Going viral on Instagram, is it skill? Is it luck? Is it a bit of both? Well, in this video, I'm giving myself 1 week in order to upload content and to make one of my content go viral. But going viral for me isn't an actual goal. Let me explain the real goal. My main piece of content, which people tend to follow for, is the sound of this beauty, the S65 in the E92 M3. But cars come and go. So how can we convert our audience in order to watch, not just for the car, but also for me? Well, in this video, this is my main goal. We are trying to upload a variety of content that will essentially allow us to blow up. And then while we do blow up, we are going to inject some of the content where essentially I talk various things about the E92 M3 and more. Now let's set ourselves some goal. 1 million views for a viral video. I think this is a decent thing to strive towards. Now, while we go viral, in between we are going to try to upload content where I'm in it, I talk. So maybe people can get familiar with my face and maybe like me, follow for my content, not just for the M3. Now, what would I consider this a success? If each video is at least going to get 10,000 views where I'm in it, and let's say that we want each of those videos to have in around 1,000 likes. Just to compare to the current content, I do have videos that go viral, 1 million views, in around 1 million, over 1 million. So that I think should not be an issue. Now, whenever I upload content where it's just me on a plain day where we aren't going viral, those videos don't even hit 10,000 views, and maybe like count is about 300 on it. So maybe 1,000 likes is a bit too much, but we will see where we can get within this week, where essentially I'll document it all for you to see how Instagram will treat us. So today is Sunday, and realistically this is one of our only days that I'll get pretty much the entire day to record content. The sun is quite harsh, so it isn't the ideal scenario, but we will think of something. First off, let's come up with some sort of game plan. So we're gonna start this tomorrow, and I think adding at least 2 reels a day would be a good starting point. Now, one of those reels has to be the S65 sound or something to do with the sound, because this is what people mainly like, and this is what mainly blows up. And what the main plan is to blow up and then ride that wave throughout the entire week, hopefully. Now, it does matter what day of the week you upload, what time you upload. So again, there is some chance, but we will try to do our best in order to go viral. Recently, I've also noticed that good few followers come from photos. So we're going to try to upload photos every second day. We're going to go for carousel. So we're going to try to strive for 3 photos on a single post. So I've mentioned 2 reels, and that one of them has to be S65 sound or something to do with the M3. Now, the other reel, I've noticed that those cinematic shots, they don't really do as well, and they take crap ton of time to film, crap ton of time to edit in order to make them look good. So I think we're going to try to stay away from them. But again, my main content, which I kind of want to push and introduce to my Instagram, would be where I talk, I show, I give information. And with that being said, we of course want to prepare more content just in case we blow up, because if we do blow up, our content is going to go well. Then I'm obviously going to try to add more and more content just so we can ride the wave in the best way possible. Recording the sound of my M3 is actually quite convenient. It doesn't take much. Just slap on the camera, get the mic positioned correctly, all of the settings, and off you go, record some content. Now, unfortunately, I cannot say the same thing about the content where I will be essentially talking, giving some information. Because first off, obviously, we have to come up with some sort of idea in order to record, and then we need a space where we won't be interrupted. The lighting has to be good, and there are a lot of many other factors which factor in recording that content. Has to be interesting, has to be engaging, has to be quick, and again, I've noticed that the more shots you have and the more you cut it up, the more engaging video begins. Also, we will need a hook, so this is something which you throw at the start of the video to get somebody interested in whatever you're making. So I'll try to utilize all of this information in order to come up with something. And for this, I have a plan. So there are 2 parts to my plan. First part is we're going to try to find what is interesting about the E92 M3. We're going to try to find controversial things about it. And second part of the plan is you are looking at it right here. We are going to see what others have recorded and see if we can make that content even better, what they have recorded on other cars, and try to bring this over to the E92 M3 world. And I think this will be enough to go through this challenge. Again, I think that the most challenging part about this challenge will be the time constraint. In order to give ourselves the best chance, I'm gonna have to go and wash the M3. Now, it may not be visible, but the M3 is actually quite dusty at the moment. Also, while we are going to go to wash the car, I'm going to mount the Osmo Pocket 3 in the location that I've shown you in order to maybe hopefully get 1 or 2 clips that we'll be able to use throughout the week just to get ahead of the game. Let's do a quick spot check. We are at a parking lot on top of a building. There is a sun right behind me working against us. So I'm going to have to set up the car a little in order to make the shots count, I guess. I think I'm going to work with the sun rather than against the sun so we don't throw any shadows. Now, this may leave our image slightly overexposed, but this is kind of the style of the photos. DJI Osmo Pocket 3 common and clutch allowing me to get those external shots. Now, I still haven't looked at the final results. I'm going to be recording that just in a sec, throw it at the end of the video. But what I want to show in this video is that not everything comes to plan as we always want it to. You will see that the first part of the video may have been slightly more dynamic, where you will see how my week is going to go along. Now, did we succeed at the challenge? You're gonna have to wait. But I think it's actually pretty beneficial to show everyone that making those videos, it's not as simple. There are things that get in the way. There's nothing we can do about them. You gotta roll with the punches and just keep going. So hopefully you'll enjoy the video either way. I've just finished taking photos, and to be honest, I know it's just day one. We got that nice tunnel run. We'll be able to cut out more parts from that recording. So we've got a reel. Photos aren't as important, but this photo session got me slightly discouraged. We are back on home grounds. As I was driving back, it got me thinking, and I came up with a few ideas which I took a note of. Now we're going to do a brainstorming session later on, but the piece of content which I want to upload for tomorrow, which would include me, is going to be me showing the setup, because it's one of the more often questions that I get, if not the most often question that I get. So let's get to recording that. I've just finished recording the reel where I'm featured. It took a lot longer than expected, honestly. I have a feeling that all of the losses we took today kind of played an effect. Also the fact that I haven't had any food. But we need to get home. We have 2 reels to edit. I will try my best to get the photos too. And just as a bonus, my bro is pulling up. He just done the exhaust mode, so let's give it a listen. Telling him to go. He's listening to me. Exhaust mode is banging. You can subscribe to his channel right there somewhere on the screen. Day 0 has concluded. Day 1 is actually going to start tomorrow when we will start uploading. I've already edited 2 reels which I will add tomorrow. To edit the photos, I'll probably have to get up early tomorrow, and I'm going to schedule everything throughout the day. I do already have some uploading strategy. Now, my uploading strategy won't work for you because it's based on audience, wherever you are located, who you're trying to target. But I already have my times picked, so yeah. I also got a few ideas which I have thought of as I was editing the videos, and they should be quick and easy to record tomorrow, so we'll see how tomorrow will go. Welcome to day 2. Our M3 is already warming up because I already have some plan for a reel that is S65 sound. I also have a bunch of ideas for, me talking reels, and I'm gonna go over how I came up with all of those. And yeah, so far 1 reel has added. Let's go over the current stats. So we have added the tunnel run. That tunnel run currently stands at 4.1k views, which is pretty good because usually the way my reels work is that they come out about 2, 3, 4 hours has to pass in order for it to somewhat blow up. This was added very recently, which is nice. We have almost 400 likes, so that is basically 1 in every 10 views, which is not bad. Now it's slightly below, obviously, because it's 4,100. We're not going to get into the math part, but now, so the idea for the S65 engine reel is I'm going to point the camera at just the RPM gauge, and it is going to be simplistic yet cinematic. We're going to use the sun to our advantage, and we're going to orient the camera in a way where it just looks aesthetic, as well as we're going to get the nice sound. Now, I think that I'm also going to record this again, except I'm going to make in After Effects, I'm going to make the camera follow the needle. So we're going to have to come out a little because the camera will turn with the needle. I think this is going to work. We're going to see how it's obviously going to look. Now, at this point, if we're going to get more footage than I need to, and I will feel secure for, like, let's say next day or 2, I'll start adding things to the story because many people also watch stories. And surprisingly, I get some followers from the stories itself. Now, the talking points. or the talking ideas. Basically today in work I was trying to come up with ideas and I came up with many ideas. Basically I used a lot of questions that you have asked on Instagram. If not you, feel free to ask me a question on Instagram, and I turned those questions into ideas. So let me tell you a few. What most people want to know is how to rev match, 5 reasons to get the E92 M3, top 5 things to watch out for when getting an E92 M3, top 5 mods I recommend, top 3 questions I get asked about E92 M3, is EDC worth it? That's actually a pretty good question. This is the plan, and I'm gonna get to recording. I'm probably gonna set up my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 common in clutch to get some, I guess, B-roll or time-lapse, but yeah, let's get to recording. I've just filmed the RPM gauge, and I think it's one of those reels where I have to throw them onto the laptop and just check out and maybe record it better tomorrow. We do have some leftover clips from our initial day, which was Sunday, day 0. So we're safe on that part, but now we have to record the reel where I talk. I'm just going to reposition the car because it is going to look so much better the other way around because of how the sun hits, and yeah, hopefully it's not going to take too long. So day 1 of uploading content is pretty much concluded. Now let's look at our reels. So the one that I've added initially, we are at over 10,000 views, over 900 likes. Very nice. I think it's going to double by the time I wake up because I'm just about to go to bed. The more recent one, where I show the setup where I'm in the video, that has 1,000 views, 68 likes. So the ratio is slightly off. We got comments, which is nice. Again, as soon as I get a comment, I reply to it, which does help with, you know, reaching other audience. Now, just as a tip, whenever I film content where I talk, what helps me is figuring out what I want to create, which is the main idea, and then throughout the day I think about the topic and I think of things that I want to say. I think of the flow of the video, so whenever it comes to filming, I know what I want to say, I know how I want to film it, and it's just so much easier during editing. So I'm going to try to get good nights of sleep and tackle the day tomorrow. Let's hope that the videos are going to do well. This has been day 1. It is day 2, so let's recap day 1 of uploading. Now, I'm only gonna recap stuff for the current and previous day on each given day. So let's go through yesterday. So yesterday, that tunnel run video I've uploaded is at 41,500 views. Very nice. To almost 3,000 likes. Decent. The video where I'm talking, it has almost 10,000 views, but the like count is at 677, which is very decent because previously I was getting around 300 likes on the posts where I'm in. So I'm happy with that. Now, the post that I've added, similarly to yesterday, is at about 4,000 views with 313 likes, so the ratio is slightly off. We got some comments on it, which is nice. And for today, I still got one more reel to upload. I've also added some photos. So the photos I didn't really want to add, but I just went ahead and uploaded the photos from the car park that we did on day 0. Currently 185 likes, which again, it's a photo, so it's only going to do well after several days, which photos tend to do. So the previous photo to this, which I've uploaded, is at 1.5k likes, which is decent, but that's how photos usually do. So the plan for today is to record about EDC, so me talking about electronic dampening control. The sun is actually quite decent because it's hidden behind the clouds. We got plenty of clouds, so good source of light, and it's also not too harsh, which I'm very happy about. So I'm going to knock that out first, and then as a second video we are going to record a POV drive with a foot cam, which I'm going to upload. And yeah, I think this is going to be for today. I've just finished the EDC talk. It went quite smoothly. Now we do have time for one more, but to be honest, I haven't done anything apart from uploading, commenting back to people, liking stuff, thinking of ideas, editing for the past 3 days. So I kind of want to, you know, get back into working out and other things. But let me show you the setup for the POV foot cam. So the way I do it is we're going to set up the Osmo Pocket on the other side, like you've seen earlier in the video. But the way I shoot my foot POV drives is as follows. I use the Joby tripod and I kind of wiggle it around in order to position my GoPro 11 Black or Black 11, whatever it's called nowadays. And I use this leg extender thing in order to clamp it in between. Now, you can see that it is not looking the prettiest in terms of, you know, the leather, but usually whenever I do it, I watch out for it. This was just a quick mock-up for you, so you can see how I record it. Now, what's left to do? I'm going to go on a POV drive. I'm going to edit a few things for tomorrow, and I'll probably report to you later. But actually, just as a really quick checkup, we are at 37,800 and it's loading, and 20. When we started, we were at 37,400, so we got about 400 followers, which is very nice. So day 3, and you're probably wondering, why are we in this setup where we usually are after we record? Well, that's because I didn't have enough time to record anything today. Now, good news, I'm off tomorrow, which is Thursday, as well as Friday. Friday, I'm going to be flat out busy, so tomorrow, which is Thursday, we're going to have to record content for Friday, as well as probably for Saturday. I also need to record a YouTube video, which I will hopefully try to record tomorrow, which is Thursday, but I also have some things to do on my 335, but also possibly we may have to go to collect my wheels for the M3. Busy day. Now, let's do a recap. So let's start with the content I've uploaded yesterday. So the pretty simple, chill content with the RPM gauge, that is sitting at 50,000 views, which is nice. It's actually more than 50,000. And we have 3,110 likes, which is quite decent for what we have uploaded yesterday. Now, me talking about MDM, that has only 7,000 views and 175 likes. So that's how usually my typical me content goes. Now, today I have uploaded a reel where I was downshifting, and you can see the foot POV. And that has 31,000 views, which is actually pretty good. Now, yesterday it was Tuesday, and Tuesday isn't the best content day. But either way, this reel, foot POV, very decent chance for going above million. We will see how it's gonna go. Now, I've also added, not too long ago, the reel where I talk about EDC, something we were recording yesterday. That has 3,000 views, above 3,000 views, and 153 likes. Not the best, but we still may be able to get something out of it, because today is technically Wednesday night, so to Thursday, and closer to the weekend it's going to be better. Again, there are better days to upload. I'm fully used to it, but we're uploading every single day for 7 days. Now, what else is there to mention? Today I have, or actually one more thing, the photos. I've added a photo, 540 likes. But going back, today what have I done? So I basically edited a reel for tomorrow, which is just a downshifting one. I still have to get the me content filmed for tomorrow, which I will film tomorrow. A ventilator on the screen, staying motivated. A ventilator right there beside my shaker. We're gonna get there. So I'll see you on day tomorrow, which will be day 4. So it is day 4, and unfortunately I wasn't able to record anything. Now, I went over to collect wheels, then I went over to take care of other things, and then family things, so yeah, not ideal. Now, I've added a few things, so obviously I'm going to share the results, but tomorrow I probably won't have the time to record again, although I will try my best. I'm even tempted to wake up at 6 AM in order to go and record. It is almost midnight. I think yesterday we have uploaded the rev matching video, and that video itself I think has the highest chance of going viral. On that video we have added yesterday, just yesterday, we have 265,000 views and about 13.3k likes. So as far as I can remember, this was the video we have added yesterday. Huge potential for getting that 1 million mark. The video where I talk about EDC, this has only 11.2 thousand views and 523 likes, which is obviously better already than what I was usually getting. Now, I said that I'm not going to mention videos from previous days, but the video where I talk about MDM, actually, that has still kind of lower amount of likes, 238, so it has like 60 or 70 more than it was the previous day, I believe. Can't remember, but we did cross 10,000 views, which is nice. Today, even though I wasn't able to record stuff, I decided to reuse some old content, because obviously we want to keep uploading. That's the whole point. Upload for a week. At least, I said once, but we're going twice. Now this one, which I've added earlier on in the day, it's me in like a tunnel kind of monster. 16,000 views, almost 700 likes, decent. But the video that I've added like 2 hours ago, maybe less, that has 6,000 views and over 500 likes. The ratio isn't the best, but it is quite decent. This has been me for day 4. I'll see you at day 5. Hopefully it's gonna go better, but I have plenty of work tomorrow, and yeah, if I'll be able to record anything, I'm gonna consider this as a huge bonus. We finally have time to record. Unfortunately, we don't have much time. Now, if I knew that this entire week would look like it's currently looking, there was no way I would have attempted this challenge. I wish we could have gotten more from day 3 and 4, just record some things. Now, the rev matching video with the foot cam have been doing pretty well. I think we may be able to get past 1 million on one of the videos or reels. Now, I already have a second camera set up right there, Osmo Pocket 3. All the mics are here, ready as well. Now the plan is for me to do that, except I'm going to talk in those videos. I tried to come up with ideas really quickly. Obviously there are a lot of things that I can mention about rev matching, but I don't want to make each video too long. That's why I have to plan what I'm going to say in each of the rev matching videos. I want to make it sweet, with full of info, no filler talk, just so more people would stay, but there's a high chance they will because we have a rev matching, so there's something going on. It's just been really busy, so there's about, I want to say 35 minutes, 40 minutes till the sunset. You can see right there, or not, but I have to get going and get something recorded because I need to add some of the content where I talk, since people are enjoying the POV foot content. Yeah, I'll get to recording. Time for an update. Now, let's go through Instagram first. What has happened on Instagram? Okay, I've uploaded one video today. 18.6 thousand views, 582 likes. Not the best, but the actual reason why I've kind of pulled out the camera is just to say that Instagram is giving me issues with uploading. So it's not allowing me to upload because it's constantly saying that it's uploading. Plan for the rest of the day is I've added that reel. If it will add, great. If it won't, I'll keep trying. I still have one more footage to check. I'm not sure if it did record properly because it was already so dark. I literally had to shine my phone onto my pedals because it was so dark. I'll be checking if that footage is usable. Now, the reason why I'm filming this now instead of after is because I literally feel like falling asleep. It is 12 past 10. That's how tired I am. Day 7, the final day. It's not over yet though. We are in the location to film the very last reel of where I talk, as it was part of my challenge I've set for myself. Now, before we proceed, obviously day 6, you didn't see anything from day 6 because I simply fell asleep. We're gonna get to it in a sec, but let's do a recap of what happened yesterday. So I went out, recorded this really quick reel on my Osmo Pocket 3 of just the M3 and me revving it. That has 31,000 views, over 2,500 likes. Very nice. I've also uploaded this reel of where I talk and give kind of tips on rev matching. That has over 74,000, almost 75,000 views, 3.2k likes. Very nice. And today I have already uploaded a reel of just the upshift sounds from the M3. Almost 8,500 views, over 600 likes, which is very nice. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to give you my initial impressions of the challenge. I'm going to sum it up, and then a week from now, just before I upload this video, I'm going to record the final part and we will go over statistics. So all of the likes we got for all the posts, the views, maybe even the comments, and yeah, let's see what else I'll be able to come up with. But for now, I'm going to give you my initial impressions of this challenge, how I felt about it, because again, I think there are a few interesting things to get from this entire experience. First off, I wanted this video to be interesting and an excuse for myself to go around, find different places, come up with ideas. But unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be the case. I didn't foresee so many things that would happen this week. Just a lot of work, not enough time to record. And even I feel like YouTube video that was uploaded today kind of impacted on this, because we are at over 5,000 subscribers. I was planning a different type of video for today, but there was no chance that I was able to record it because of the weather conditions. It was just raining all the time yesterday and today morning, so I knew I wouldn't make it with editing, so I didn't even try at this point. Now, when it comes to the missing days, I could have just gone back and recorded those parts the next day, but I didn't want to do this. I want this to be as genuine as possible, not artificial. So because of this challenge, I haven't done a lot of things this week which I would usually do, like work out. My sleeping schedule was kind of impacted. Even my mood, in a way, where usually I know we've been getting plenty of views and likes that would usually give me like an uplifted mood, but there was just too much of it. There was no time to comprehend that there are views and likes. It was just from one thing to another, which wasn't ideal. But I'm curious to see how many followers we got out of all of the posts I have posted this week, which again I will add up. And overall, I'm just like really tired after this week. Again, not just because of the videos, but how the week was planned. A lot of the days it was just opening day, closing day, and not much content in between that I could give you to make this video more interesting, which is what I was hoping for. But one huge benefit which I got from this video was the fact that I could actually get my phone out, my camera or whatever, record myself talking, because at this point it became sort of a second nature where I don't have to think about a lot of things. I just upload it and take it as is, which I found very beneficial. So I'm definitely going to be posting a lot more of those types of reels instead of just your regular downshifts and S65 sounds, which again is a huge bonus for me. So what's left to do is I'm going to look through all my notes, pick an idea which I feel like recording. Obviously I'm going to edit, upload. I will hopefully not miss today's closing day to give you more updates, and then for the final update I'll be seeing you just before I upload this video so we can go over the actual numbers, because I'm actually really curious of them. The last post was added. This marks the end of our 7-day Instagram upload challenge. Now, I'm going to edit this, and then before I upload, I'm obviously going to give you some stats and kind of sum up the video overall. But for now, we've made it. Welcome to the update. It is Sunday. It is, I don't have my watch, but it's like 12. I have to upload the video by 4. So I'm just recording this. Now, I did wake up and have a fever. My voice is a little bit screwed. My entire body is aching. So it may sound a bit different, but let's go through the stats. Also, thank God for Monster, because if it wasn't for Monster, I'd probably be unable to get out of my bed. But let's see. So in that week that we've been doing the challenge for, I have uploaded 16 posts. So reels and photos. When it comes to the views, obviously I didn't include the views of photos. There are, ways to check them, but I just didn't. Yeah. How many views do you think we got? We got 8.8 million views across our 16 posts. Well, technically 14 posts, which I think is pretty good. And you can already see that we did meet the goal of going viral. Now, when it comes to likes, across all of those posts, we got 369,000 likes. Over. Because again, I wasn't looking at the exact numbers, I was just taking the main 3 digits of each like count. Very nice. Now, in terms of comments, 2.4 thousand comments, although like 1/3 is probably for me because I was trying my best to get back to everyone. I also went ahead and got the total shares. We got 703 shares, definitely did help a lot. And what else? Highest video, 3.4 million views. We can kind of assume that it is viral. We definitely beat our 1 million mark. And in fact, we have another video which has over 2.5 million views, I think. And then in terms of our other challenge, where I was saying that it'd be nice if every single video where I'm included had over 1,000 likes and, 30,000 views. We did in fact almost complete it, because one of the videos, it has about 600 likes, but every other video where I'm talking, it has just an absolute range of likes, between either 1,000 or even like 110,000 likes, where I was talking about rev matches, which is actually the video that has like 2.4 million likes, which again, this is a true confidence boost. And I know that even if I was not to get views, because, you know, there would be the winter period where, you know, car reels don't go well, I know that I can kind of pick it up and get back to it, kind of prove myself. It was probably the more challenging week. Again, as I've said many times, I did not expect there to be so many challenges in terms of work that I had to do. You know, I even had 2 days off this week, and yeah. But hopefully you were able to take some kind of benefit from this video, seeing that if you're persistent and if you just try your best, things will align for you. Again, if you're starting off, it may take you some more time, but overall, just stay consistent. I was talking to a few of my friends about this. Now, look at the amount of car content being uploaded to Instagram, YouTube. It may seem like a lot, but a lot of people just don't persist with it. They stop after a while because, again, they might be busy, but I'm just trying to do my best in order to keep through it despite being busy. And you can see that only a handful of people that upload will stay. And then obviously the new group that starts uploading, out of that entire group that starts uploading, only like 1 or 2 people get through. So it is really about persistence and keeping a positive attitude, because again, throughout the winter period, I wasn't getting many views. I still uploaded, I kept it consistent, and it kind of gives me this very positive feeling where I think that if I was to get another car, I would be able to keep up the views and not have the Instagram die out, or even like the YouTube channel. And again, going back to the video, you may have seen at the start, I've kind of used different editing methods. Now, I wish I could have done more of it, but the rest of the video just wasn't there for it. Again, it wasn't as dynamic as the start, but again, just learning along the way, progressing slowly, but progressing. Even on YouTube, 5,300 subscribers. I think we're 4 subscribers away from 5,300, which again, I'm super grateful for. It's almost double of what I wanted to get this year, and we are just at May, which is incredible. Hopefully this keeps up, and hopefully I'll be able to make some content. For those people that don't know, I am working on a garage with my brother. That sucks up a lot of time, a lot of funds. Could have had a GTR at this point with the M3, but it is what it is. But the garage will essentially allow us to make a lot more content even over winter, which I'm so excited for. And yeah, it's only going to get better from here. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Again, I truly appreciate the support. Hopefully your week is going great. Hopefully the next one will go even better. Hopefully I won't be sick. And I will see you in my next video, hopefully. Take care, and to the next one.